Okay, guys, this is what we waited for approximately 2 hours, because that's the earliest we can get a data mine, I think. It is the newest god of this game, the newest mythic, air quotations, hero. It's Duma.
Yep.
It's Duma.
Hey, wait a second. What is that total BST? That is
174.
That is not 180, because I could tell right
No.
away.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not.
not 180.
Wow. Really?
You were expecting his power creep stat line, but you got Grima.
Yeah, he's basically Grima.
Yeah, now that's basically what he is.
Wait a second.
Like, even down to the fact that he has an attack super boon, and that's it.
Okay, fair enough, but hold on. This still doesn't seem right to me at all. That he's not 180 BST. I fully expected him to be like Surtr.
So did I. I am wrong. I don't know if I'm pleasantly wrong. I think I am, but I'm wrong.
That means IS is not actually trying to full-on power creep.
No?
No.
Surtr was literally just 180 BST because he was the final boss of the game. But
Okay, I guess that is a new pattern to look at. Because I viewed Surtr as like the opening of Phase 3 BST, not Phase 2,
no,
Phase 3.
it wasn't even that because he had trainee BST. There's a growth way to look at it, and technically speaking, he was a trainee.
Technically speaking, Surtr is a trainee. Do you hear yourself, Legion?
Well, I mean, like literally, the numbers say he is, but you know.
I don't like that
didn't feel
idea because technically, Amelia's trainee BST, but then it just became standard later on. So
Yeah, that's when they decided to move everything up one bin. But I don't think if they do that again, I mean, we would have 185s, and let's just hope we don't get to that point.
Mm-hmm. But
So Duma.
anyways, yeah,
So let's go on to Duma, I guess.
right. So once again, his BST is 174.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So
only has an attack super boon.
only has attack super boon, no super banes.
Nope.
Okay. So if you want him to be 175 BST, you either merge him or you get plus attack.
Yep.
So he's actually not ideal for arena then.
Nope.
Wow,
He's literally for Aether raids.
he's
Yep.
literally just for ether. Wow, I'm surprised.
I mean, he can be used in arena. It'd be like using a Grima.
Sure, but he doesn't really power creep Grima, I would oh, well, he
No,
does.
he's on. I mean, his weapon, you can argue, does, especially in arena, but his stat line is almost to the T. Like, let me double check Grima's stats because they're almost exactly the same.
Right.
Uh,
So,
So Fallen Robin, male, has equal HP, equal attack, 3 more speed, 1 more defense, and 4 less resistance.
yeah, that's super similar.
Yeah, like they're almost exactly the same.
Okay. Well, I'm still okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just baffled, speechless, even that. You know, with the way IS has been treating the game so far, you just kind of expect every banner nowadays just to be pure power creep, but surprisingly wasn't.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised.
He's okay. Basically, he's like Grima, but okay. We already went over that. But with Fell Breath, with his attack, he has 59 attack base. 21 speed is higher than I expected. That's for sure.
That was actually only 1 point higher than I expected.
That is actually several points higher than I thought. He would have like 15 speed or something completely worthless.
I thought he would have 180 BST, and then he would have 40 defense with 20 speed, because that's actually the physical possibility of it. But it was 1 more speed and 6 less defense, so yeah.
Keep in mind, guys, he comes with defense res solo, so technically, I guess they built him with his skills in mind, which is getting more and more rare, because it seems like a lot of times we get heroes whose skills and stats don't really line up anymore. Or they work, of course, everything technically works, but they don't, like, it's not the best combination.
Yeah.
And in this case, I guess that's what they're building him with in mind, because he would have 40 defense and 37 res, which is really respectable
And
across the
his
board.
breath, 43 res.
43 res. Wait.
Bell Breath is +6 res and +6 attack.
Oh, yeah.
When the enemy has any damage, which
Right.
they will.
Right. So he would have 65 attack in that scenario, so yeah.
Yeah, 65 or 69 with the boon.
And he has, of course, Bold Fighter. So yeah, I mean, he's good. I just thought he was going to be amazing. That's all.
I thought he would be not quite on the same level as Surtr, because Surtr's Menace and Samara are still extremely powerful, but I thought he would
at
probably
least
be
match.
like a step down.
Yeah, right. I thought he would at least match Surtr in terms of... Keep in mind, guys, I still think Surtr... Well, I definitely think Surtr is a better hero. But keep in mind, like, with Surtr, you have higher BST. You have a very good, unique weapon. Samara is just amazing. And Muspel's... what is it called again?
Muspel Flame, Surtr's Menace.
Surtr's Menace, yeah. I keep thinking of Muspel's emblem or something.
Muspel Flame, the...
Muspel's Flame, right.
No damage.
Yeah, no damage. If that was real, that would be completely broken. Anyways, but that C skill is also immensely useful, especially for things like Arena. Well, actually,
Yeah.
it's useful for everything.
Well, it's more for Aether raids, but even in Arena, it really synergizes so well with his A slot. I mean, weapon that it's just, why not?
Okay. Well, there's surprising little to say here. Duma is just basically alternate Grima. Basically, he's colorless. He hits just as hard, just as slow. Defense, res, and HP very similar.
Harder hitting, I'd say. Much harder hitting. But
Well,
otherwise, yeah.
I guess as a colorless hero, he makes much better usage of his higher attack. Because
Well, he also has 3 extra attack in his weapon, then 6 on top of it from its effect.
right, I mean, he's 59 attack base. So when you hit 65 times 2, and then you don't have a disadvantage, that's huge.
Yeah, like, there's a point where the color doesn't even really matter, and I think Duma kind of hit it.
Mm-hmm. Curious says, told you he's lame. I still don't think he's lame. I still think Duma's strength lies in Aether raids. Again, if you have people with multiple heirs gaining extra points during light seasons, and then people with multiple Dumas, whether it be 2 or maximum effects of 2, which means you can use more than 2. Again, if you just use, say, 3 Dumas, you do instantly 21 damage on everybody. It makes everybody's lives really difficult. Granted, yeah, sure, they don't like, if they have desperation, they can instantly use it now. But if they don't have heroes using those skills, and if they can't one-shot Duma, well, chances are if he counterattacks, you're dead. Because if you drop 21 HP on most heroes with a magical attack, and at his attack, you die.
Mm-hmm.
But again, multiple heirs to boost up points on light seasons, multiple Dumas to drop point loss, which is also going to give you more points. Because I don't think anybody actually legitimately goes through every week without losing any battles.
No, especially where it matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like, the advantage for Wales at this point is even bigger, because they now have both seasons for extra.
I think I haven't quite looked into this yet, but I have heard that there is either a cap on the amount of anima units you can use on your defense team, or a cap on the amount of loss that you can reduce from it. So
right, I heard it's 2 as well, but I haven't seen any writing on it. I just heard it.
I haven't either.
So I'm actually just kind of confused.
I
guess we'll be seeing it very soon.
Yeah,
right.
We'll know soon enough if that's possible. If there is a limit, then that will probably make it a little easier for people to just get like 1 or 2.
Why are we even speculating? By the time, okay, when this video is out on YouTube, everyone's gonna be like, "These guys are morons," because they'll know.
These are fucking idiots. They don't know nothing. I have the biggest brain. I watched Rick and Morty season 5.
Okay,
don't
to
worry.
be fair,
The 170 people watching will think that we are geniuses.
Right, of course.
Right, guys?
You know, you guys got on my case yesterday. When I made the video on the Duma reaction, it's a reaction, so I didn't look at things ahead of time, and I was reading skills from top to bottom, and everyone's like, Nim, what are you doing? His C skill, like, allows him to use his breath all the time. Like, I'm reading from top to bottom.
Yeah.
If I like look through everything the first time, I'm not gonna actually react to anything because I already know what it is. I don't know. It's impossible to please people. It's just.
It is.
Okay. Anyways, I think without any further ado, you still get Duma. I'm still pulling for Duma.
Yeah.
He's not
I'm 100% for him.
right. The problem is like nowadays everyone's standards are so high because every banner just sets our. Well, that to be fair, every banner has been pushing the standards higher and higher. Ever since the Brave Heroes banner, like virtually every banner has been pushing the meta up. So, it's nice to well, this still pushes the meta up, but it's nice to see it's not a complete push.
Yeah. I am definitely happy that he's not pushing it too much where I'm like, should I even be using this? I feel guilty using it. But no, I'm pleasantly surprised with how his stat line turned out. And I will say, by the way, that yeah, his kit synergizes well, but watch out for reinforcement maps because he kind of doesn't work well there.
Yeah, I'm here thinking he was gonna be like busted as hell, but he's actually somewhat fair.
He is fair. He's very, very
in
fair.
terms of stats.
Yeah, no, his stats are much more fair than I expected. Like, his attack is stupid, but that's pretty much it.
I came in this fully expecting to see him be amazing defensively, and we already knew he was amazing offensively. So, this is 34-31 is pedestrian to what I was imagining. I thought he was gonna have something reach 40.
Oh, I thought he was gonna. I knew
like
he had
40
30
flat
res going in, but I thought it would be 40 defense.
I thought it was 40 defense too. That's the thing. I thought Surtr was gonna beat him on defense, but that's mostly because Samara backs him up there.
Yep.
So to see 34 is just surprising. I thought the bare minimum was 36.
If it was 36, he would have had to tank a little bit of speed. I think they honestly put a little too much speed in this guy.
I don't think the speed makes any sense because you guys let me know in the game for Echoes, Duma had like 10 speed.
If anything, it's more so the best use of it would be to avoid getting doubled by certain bold and vengeful fighters. Because if his weapon prevents doubles, but if they have vengeful fighter or quicker post, depending on how slow they are, it might not matter.
Okay. Man, I guess that's the argument. Because if you have bold fighter and they have wary fighter, then they would negate, right? And then it just comes down to speed.
Speed check. Yep.
And then if he's so slow, he wouldn't actually work against said hero. That is such a weird thing to think about.
Yeah, that's why Surtr is useless against anything with Axe Breaker, whereas Duma can actually kind of use his weapons wary a little more effectively. It's not like Tabarn's Sturdy Impact.
Wait, I kind of disagree with that, because I can't think of a hero where he would naturally double on.
I mean, like, naturally, no, because his weapon is nullifying their doubles, so he's trying not to get double.
Right. Oh, wait, you're...
It's a defensive thing, not an offense. Although he could reasonably bold fighter Surtr.
No, you're absolutely right, but, like, wait a second. Doesn't that... Okay. You prevent double... So if they have Vengeful Fighter, you prevent a double.
Yep.
And then it comes down to speed on speed.
Yep. And a lot of the armors have actually been dropping below 20. Like,
I know, but
Ray Vector is, I think, 18, for example.
I guess that's all you have to do because he has bold fighter. So as long as you match speed, they still only attack one time.
Yep.
Okay, I guess that's an explanation for speed, but that's such a weird thing.
It's like it's a weird thing. It's a tech. Like, you have to lose your defense for it, but it's a pretty neat tech.
I would rather just keep the defense. If he actually came into this game with 10 speed, and then he would just those points went to defense and res.
I mean, that's shout out to Valencia scaling. I'm not sure what their speed caps are.
Sure. Yes, I understand that, but I think that would have been immensely interesting. That way, his BST could be lower, and it would still impact him in arena, but it wouldn't really impact him as a character. And then
it would turn him into a Surtr stat line, but with even less speed.
And then people will find out some interesting facts about, hey, maybe having like minimum speed is maybe having minimum speed is there is actually some use in it, rather than having no speed. And I think that would have been a more interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Ice didn't do that, to be frank.
I'm fine with them going this route, because if we want no speed at all, just go with Surtr. Like, his speed doesn't exist. I'm kind of fine with them taking off from that for once.
See, I've been arguing this, though, for a while now. I want to see something extreme for my S, because this stat line is...
pretty extreme.
is very similar to Grima. I don't really think this is extreme. And we've been getting like a lot of duplicate heroes. You know?
I think Surtr was a pretty extreme unit.
Right, okay, that's fine. But Surtr sort of is an outlier. We've been getting duplicate heroes like Hinoka and Fjorm, New Year Fjorm. They're basically the same stat line. Green, physical range.
Physical range.
Yeah, so those are just some examples off the top of my head. Or like the 35-35 stat line for archers. You have Summer Takumi versus, say, Brada Cordelia. And you get the point.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of like copy and paste. So I wanted to see something extreme. Like when it came to Lagu heroes, the Herons, I really wanted to see 0 attack. They could have done something like 120 BST, 0 attack, and then that way
they would have to have 0% growth in there, which would then get redistributed, which would lead to a lot of super boons and a lot of problems with certain lines.
Okay, yes, I know how it sounds, and I know it sounds like kind of insane, but
yeah, like mathematically, yeah.
But it would work out because it would fit the lore that them not attacking. And it's not like you don't have the non-attacking animation. Anyways, I'm just saying, if they did stuff like that to fit the games more accurately, at the same time, create more interesting heroes, I would appreciate it. But as they make more and more heroes, we're going to get more of these copy and paste stat lines with very minor differences. Like maybe some other hero has 2 more defense, another hero has 2 more HP. Like virtually no difference.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where we're headed towards now, that whenever we see a new hero, we're like, oh, hey, this is basically said other hero.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many permutations without going into a line that might start defying certain stat growths. So, or certain people, like, there was a unit with 10 attack, I think that there would be a riot more so than rejoice, even if it fit the lore.
No, so, I don't think so, because
I think that a lot of people will be pissed if they saw Raisin hitting only 22 attack.
Okay, I don't think so. When people use dancers, how often do you use your dancers? When you use them, say, Arena Assault or something, how often do your dancers actually fight?
Actually, for some of my dancers, pretty often.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the same.
They are usually pretty good backup offense.
For me, I virtually never use them to fight. I always pair my dancers with something that hits a lot harder than they do, and I'd rather have that double turn on it. So they virtually never fight, and then when you have, consider like for Lagu Herons, where you have lore backing it up, I guess they can keep doing this if they really want to, but it's starting to feel stale.
I mean, they still have pretty bad attack. I think that Raisin probably got a little bit more because he wants to be able to fight, but still, their attacks aren't that great, and they're on the lower side for most dancers, outside of Ninian, who also couldn't attack.
Okay, well, I mean, alright, sure. I mean, if they now I kind of wish he was actually just completely broken, 180 BSD. Because then at least that way it feels a bit more fresh. Because then he would be a match for Surtr. Which is funny, because Surtr is not a god. Duma is a god.
Yeah, well, I mean, Duma's just a divine dragon, but yeah.
He's just a divine dragon. Really.
Who sacrificed his soul to a dragon. Not even the dragon itself.
Okay, well, I mean... I haven't played Echoes, but I'm pretty sure Duma's one half of the sibling gods. But alright, maybe it's just a title, I guess.
Yeah, no, the divine dragons are just another race of dragons that happens to be on the par of gods in terms of power. But they're not gods. This includes Naga, Duma, Milla.
Their power rivals it, but it's not actually god power.
Yeah, I think the only confirmed god is Ashenera from Radiance.
Okay, that is such... Okay. Sure. You rival the power of gods, but you're not a god.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, their powers are rivaled by the other dragons, to be like the Earth dragons, the Fire dragons. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my entire argument, I know people are going to disagree, but my entire argument is you have more interesting heroes as a result. again, the Archer example is my favorite one because it's recent and it just shows it purely. All right. Summer Takumi basically was a copy of Brado Cordelia, except he's flying, and then New Year Fjorm is a copy of Summer Takumi, except she's green, and then you have Hostile Springs Hinoka, which is a copy of Takumi, New Year Fjorm, except instead of using a bow, she's using daggers.
Yeah.
It is not a good trend. Please, I just want... Okay, whatever. If Ice wants to keep going, sure, but I really would appreciate something really unique at this point.
Only so many ways you can go, but when you see the same exact stat lines on multiple units of similar archetypes, it can be a little weird.
No, they are gods. They are god dragons. No, he is a god. I am so confused at this point. I did not play Echoes, but...
They are venerated as gods by their people, but they are still technically just divine dragons banished by Naga.
Wait a second. It literally says god here.
Yeah, because the people of Valencia believe him to be a god. That's pretty much how they follow the dragons. Divine dragons in particular.
Wait, how old is Duma?
Thousands of years old.
How's that not a god?
Because the dragons have a very long lifespan. All dragons do.
This is true.
He's over 1,000 years old. No, he's over 1,000 years old.
I'm pretty sure is over 2,000.
Yeah, she's over 2,000.
Okay, but she spent most of that time sleeping.
Yeah.
Give it 10. If you shave off 10 of those years, that's how old you are.
I'm thousands of...
Yeah, Grandpa.
Okay.
There you go.
Anyways,
that's what I was aiming for.
that is Duma. I mean, I think he doesn't live up to the hype as a result of his lower BST. He's still amazing, and I will still be pulling for him. He, at the very least, lives up to the fact that he is part of what is going to kill Aether Raids, if Aether Raids is not already dead in terms of skill. I mean, there's skill involved, but within 6 months, we're going to have like 5 more Mythic Heroes with C skills that influence it, or something else that influences Aether Raids, and it just becomes all about who can afford most of the new heroes and the combinations involving the new heroes. That's what I see, but
I'm not particularly worried about him in particular, but I can see where you're going with future ones. Like, I'm not too worried about destroying a structure, especially assuming that you can't stack too many of them. But I am worried more about what other units can do.
I mean, when they did it with Air, I just thought like it was a one-off. But with Duma, that's 2 in a row, and then that's starting a pattern.
I was kind of expecting they're going to keep up these interesting slots for these particular units. I just didn't think they'd make them structures.
Okay. Anyways, that is that. He is...
Also,
yeah?
it is an alternation between Legendary and Mythic Heroes, so next month's a Legendary Hero, the month after that is a Mythic Hero, so you only get 2 in 5 months.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say to that?
You'll have to wait a little longer before that kind of stuff happens.
Wait.
Okay, well, anyways, that is Duma. Yeah, that's a good point to make about Legendary Heroes banners. I didn't know that, but alright, I guess they're not dead. I guess that means the Legendary Heroes will continue?
Yeah, there's still 2 left on the page that
left.
we're on. If we continue Legendary Heroes after that, it's going to be another set, but there are at least 2 left.
I'm pretty sure that means they'll start another set, but alright.
Yeah, they could.
But, when Air first came out, she was Hero Fest. So, the Mythic Heroes banner is just... it doesn't feel right at all. This is strange.
I'm kind of surprised it went back to this, but at the same time...
They basically made the Legendary Heroes banner, except just replaced the Legendary Hero... Well, no! Wasn't there on the banner, wasn't there Legendary Heroes? Yeah, there was Tiki.
There's Tiki,
Ike,
and Erica.
Wait, and then it's not even a Mythic Hero banner. It's just a Legendary Hero banner with a Mythic Hero being the headline.
There'll be more Mythic Heroes, and then it'll become more like a Mythic Hero banner. It's just a hybridized version of it at this point.
This seems kind of sloppy to me.
I kind of don't like the 5% enough to really care. I like them continuing to return seasonals because if every other month we got seasonals rerun, that would be... I don't know if I want to wait a year for Halloween Murder.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, okay. As I've been trying to say, this is fucking Duma. He's here now. Congratulations.
Well, he'll be here in an hour and a half.
Congratulations.